always at midnight, right? It's you always popping up at midnight. Y'all know what I'm on here for. I mean, tomorrow is supposed to be the day I officially do stuff on here, but I decided I wanted to creep on here real quick. I want to talk about some things. So, everybody, everybody has been reporting about Kevin Samuels. I kind of already gave y'all my opinion, and I said that he did things for clout and that he was being mean like that and being nasty like that for clout, right? I said that. So today, I didn't know what happened was the first time I heard it was I was watching Armand Wiggins um on YouTube. I was watching Armand Wiggins and he said that somebody said that he had passed, okay? But there was no confirmation or anything like that. So as the night goes on, I watched I was watching Sean Davy Way, and we're watching it, and he says, "I don't understand." I mean, the way he put it, basically, there was no confirmation, there was no confirming or denying at that point. Okay, the right people hadn't got a hold of the story. It was just one little teensy weensy report, saying that they found a black male who was unresponsive. Um, so So as the live goes on, the live is like 2 hours long. We're watching a live, and then it slowly becomes a thing that he has passed. Okay. I want to tell you first and foremost how I felt about it. I'm not a fan of his, nor do I care for him. I just don't care the way he goes about criticizing women and how women should do things. However, a lot of times I did not entertain him because he was doing what he's doing. That's what I do sometimes. I say some stuff that's off the rocker, that's clout chasing. Um, so I thought this went all the way back to this. We go right back to my little article that I pulled up. And the crazy part is, I didn't think about it until I read the top of it, and it says "Healing the Inner Child." This is what I'm going to say about that. And I think there was another YouTuber that said this. Rabina Bostabine, the astrologer. I love watching her. She just whatever comes up comes out with her. She just gonna say what she feels. She don't care about what you how you feel about it. She's just gonna say what she has to say. Contrary to how you feel. No, you can be mad, you can be upset, but she's gonna say what she has to say. Kind of like him. He's gonna say what he has to say. Except for with her, she say what she has to say. Um, and it's not bashing somebody because of their gender or their race. It's just mostly bashing um people for being trash. I mean, I'm not saying that she's saying people are trash. I'm saying that she calls it like it is. She sees how she sees, okay? And she do it through astrology. Okay? Um so the first thing I thought was damn. That's a pretty fast way to go. Okay? At the end of the day, he's a human being. So even for him, that's a fast way to go. And then I was talking about wounds on U42, on my channel on U42. I was talking about wounds. I was talking about your Chiron in your wound. And I was talking about how Pluto retrograde is to heal the inner child. Right? Well, I didn't say Pluto retrograde was to heal the inner child. I was just saying I was talking about your childhood wounds. Okay. And I was talking about mine and what mine was, and my Chiron is in Cancer. So I feel like a lot of Kevin Samuel's ministry came from his childhood wounds. I feel like he was telling women things they didn't want to hear, but we already knew and we already understood that I mean, as a plus size, or I would like to say a voluptuous woman, as a plus size, as a voluptuous, more curvy woman, it's not like what he said wasn't true. It was the fact that when he was saying these things, he put salt in the wound. Wow, tonight is just going to be full of talking about the wound. And I feel like his wound were the women he was talking trash to. So I want to talk a little bit about what he said the standards were. I think I found his page and the standards he told women should be. But my thing is, it's crazy because a lot of these women came on there and they were like acting like they were clueless and didn't understand. And the truth of the matter is, like, we all low key know the truth. We always low key know the truth. But I feel in the same sense, he hurt these women's feelings, or he said things that was cold, because he was saying a lot of what you guys are thinking. And I'm not gonna sit up here and pretend like dudes never said that to me, or dudes never put that out there about me, or never said it to my face, or said it behind my back, or anything like that. I'm not gonna sit up here and be delusional. And I'm gonna tell you this: I'm not an unattractive girl, but guys have said those things to me. I can't find it. I'll never forget when he was talking about what a man's standard was and what they would like in women. And one of the things he said was men like women who are 5'4", between the size 4 to 6. He would talk about that. Said a man's preference is someone who's 5'4", and who is a size 4 to 6. The average woman is not a size 4 to 6. But if you are what he considered to be a high value man, you wouldn't go for somebody who you would go for somebody who was that form of a standard, or at least average that standard. With him stating that, keep in mind he was an image consultant. With him stating that, him saying that, I remember one bit where he was stating that. I was listening to what he was saying, and this is why I was going through my whole little thing. I already told y'all what was going on. And far as I'm concerned, it has ended before it started. I have not gotten any confirmation or anything, so it has kind of ended before it started. And I'm gonna tell you what is wrong with that standard, and the person that has that standard has no right to have that standard because he's a fucking hood rat. Anyway, um, I was thinking why he would come up with that standard, why he would be specific about that standard, or anything like that. Why would he put that out there? And why he would further beat that into women, especially women who were black, especially women who were overweight. And I remember watching the astrologer Rabina Rosaban. Go look it up because she did his natal chart. She did his natal chart. I kid you not. And she was talking about why he would have this standard, and it would be simply because his mother was not those standards. They said healing the inner child. A lot of the time our issue stems from uh our childhood. As an adult, most of your issues come from your childhood. And I feel like the reason he felt like saying these things to these women was because his mother was not a standard a, that he said a high value man would have. Okay. And because of that, um, when he's talking to these women, he feel like he's talking to their mother. He's talking to his mother. He's telling her, I don't know how you had these kids. I don't know what man sit up here and laid up here and had kids with you. But you ain't gonna get no high value man looking like that. That's just it. I feel like he did that because that was his wound. Like this says, the Pluto retrograde 2022, healing the inner child. His inner child was not healed. I don't know what happened to him in his life. I don't know how he felt about his mother. I don't know how what happened between him and the wives that he had. I don't know his whole situation with his child. Um, I don't know. But he wore his wound on his sleeve. And I'm gonna say this: a lot of you guys, when y'all say that you have a preference and your preference is the opposite of what your mother is, you're showing what your child, what your wound is. You're showing your wound and what your inner child problem is. You will forever and always have an issue with an overweight black woman because your mother is an overweight black woman. And I felt like he wore that on his sleeves. And it was kind of hard for him to hide that. He's a Pisces. So, I mean, it was kind of hard for him to hide that. But I feel like, here's the thing, I feel like he was going to change his content. I really low key felt like he was going to change his content. He was just waiting to be asked to be on TV. He was just waiting for his big break. And I trust me, they were not going to let him do content dragging black women because, white people don't want angry black women letters. Trust and believe. So I really feel like he was going to change his content, but I really felt like at some point he was clout chasing. And like I said, this is me reflecting. I'm just reflecting, but what has happened over the weekend has been reflective of this retrograde. Sometimes people can't let go of that ego. And so they die with the ego they need to kill. So this plays a huge part in society and how society is going to be. I feel like I had a death of my ego recently. And to me, I didn't think I had an ego because I feel like I'm humble. I've always been a humble person. But for some reason, people are very intimidated by me. I don't know why. There's no reason for you to be intimidated by me. I don't know why. Girl, I thought I got rid of one of my pages. I don't know why people are intimidated by me. I am a tall, big girl. I'm 5'6", 5'7". I just don't know why people are intimidated by me. So I already told you about what was going on. I didn't go into details about it. I just said that I need to sign this contract. And then I said, well, maybe me delaying and signing this contract has to do with what's going on with the instability and the climate. Okay. Let's talk about the instability in the climate real quick. I don't know if y'all know this, but they said the Supreme Court had outlined to overturn Roe versus Wade. Okay. Um, and y'all remember I was telling y'all about how Governor Deal was preparing for something. So he's letting everybody run around Atlanta with a gun, which I don't understand why. uh, you don't want everybody running around with a gun, honey. That's just not something you want. But y'all have seen in the last week, y'all have seen the law play a huge part in things. We have the Blac Chyna versus the Kardashians case, which they had proven that Blac Chyna was right, but she did not win her defamation lawsuit. Along with that, um, there's more drama with the Kardashians because Ray J is bringing up some old stuff about the sex tape, about how even the mom was in on it. And I'm like, how your mom, first and foremost, first and foremost, my mom would never let me publish a sex tape. I don't care who is a famous guy I slept with. If it's a famous guy I slept with and I have a sex tape, my mom will be like, And then plus, I can't get away with it because the main reason why Kim Kardashian has been able to get away with it is because one, she was young and stupid. So at 31, you ain't gonna get away with doing a sex tape, even though Mimi did a sex tape, and I'm pretty sure Mimi is older than me, and she got away with doing a sex tape. But I'm not gonna get away with doing a sex tape. How would I look doing a sex tape? And they'll ever work for us black girls. So all that's coming about, and then we had the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp case that's going on. Now, anybody know if you lose a case, you lose a defamation case, that's the death of your ego. You're humbled by law. Right now, Amber Heard is getting her ass handed to her. There's no way in the world she gonna win this little old raggedy ass case. It's just not gonna happen for her. It's just not giving what it's supposed to give. Um, so we have all that popping off right now, okay? And then people are bringing up Tory Lanez and Meg the Stallion situation and the baby. So you're seeing people get dealt with in the public eye, and you have the baby. Everybody's bringing up the old stuff the baby's doing. Him shooting that kid in Walmart, him filming on property that they told him not to film on. Just all these things are showing up. Okay. And you might be hearing a lot of people say they feel suicidal. Ray J said that when he saw them bring back up the sex tape with him and Kim, he felt suicidal because she was killing his ego. That's what it spiritually means, to kill your ego. She's killing his ego. She's messing with his ego. She's saying, and I thought something was wrong with what she said too when she said that he could have possibly stuck a dildo up my ass. I was like, are you implying that he's a rapist? Why would you say that? And he was like, I can't believe you said that. I want to end my life because you lied and said I was trying to put a dildo in you while you were asleep, knowing good and well you and your mother have all the sex tapes. So they're trying to kill Ray J's ego, even though that show ain't gonna last. We all know that the Keeping Up with Kardashians on Hulu ain't gonna last, honey. They've been talking about this sex tape the first 10 episodes, and at this point it's giving, we don't have anything, no more content to give you. Okay. What we're seeing is, people ego dying. Part of rebirthing is killing your ego. So I want to talk about this article. I just found this article. I found this article actually shuffling around. I was shuffling around trying to find something, and I found this article. It said Pluto retrograde is asking you to let go of toxic patterns.
Pluto's retrograde is asking you to let go of toxic patterns. Marissa Brown. April 26th, 2022 5-minute read. Many stars, Milky Way and silhouette of man standing alone on top of mountain and show two hands isolated on white background, concept to create energy and positive thinking. From full moons to Mercury retrogrades, it's easy enough to point to frequent astrological events as the reason you're feeling off. This is, in part, due to the fact that these celestial bodies move fairly quickly. However, Pluto takes anywhere from 12 to 31 years to cruise through each sign of the zodiac and spends 248 years moving through all 12. So while it can be tougher to put your finger on how its astrological shifts affect you, that isn't to say that it doesn't. Named for the god of the underworld, Pluto's purpose is to urge you to contend with your inner shadows, potentially toxic beliefs and patterns, and deep-rooted psychological and emotional wounds in order to come away healed and empowered. It's also the planet of death, rebirth, and regeneration, so you can think of Pluto's symbolism as the phoenix rising from the ashes. It'll burn down anything that's no longer serving you in order to spur growth. However, just like Mercury, and all of the planets in our solar system, Pluto also moves backward through our sky, entering retrograde periods annually for about 5 to 6 months. In 2022, Pluto will retrograde in industrious cardinal Earth sign Capricorn from Friday, April 29th, just one day before the first solar eclipse of the year, until Saturday, October 8th. Read on for the meaning of Pluto retrograde, as well as details on which signs will be most affected by the planet of transformation as it moves backward in 2022. Advertisement. What do Pluto retrogrades mean in astrology? In order to understand what happens when Pluto is retrograde, it helps to wrap your head around how it functions when it's direct or moving forward. Pluto tends to bring attention to the darkness that underlies everyday life. When it links up or squares off with other planets in the sky or in your natal, aka birth, chart, it could set off power struggles, toxicity, or control issues or uncover nefarious secrets in our relationships. When Pluto is direct, we feel its effects far more externally. Story continues. However, when Pluto is retrograde, its effects are more internal, psychological, and emotional. The planet named for the god of the underworld will challenge you to check and ideally address your own toxic, negative, and self-destructive behaviors, patterns, and belief systems. Ideally, during this period, you might become more interested in resolving these compulsive behaviors or addictions. But as with any astrological event, there's no guarantee you'll feel this Pluto retrograde in a wildly apparent way. Even if it's hitting a key point in your natal chart, it's crucial to remember that Pluto's snail pace means you'll generally notice its effects in terms of patterns or mindsets, rather than something obviously outward like communication, money, or love. You might find that by fall, Pluto's nudges and mission to purge anything toxic have managed to put you in a new, empowered headspace. How the 2022 Pluto retrograde will affect the cardinal zodiac signs. When it comes to Pluto's retrograde from April 29th to October 8th, people who have placements in any of the cardinal signs Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn will feel it more than others. Aries, March 21st to April 19th. Pluto.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So unfortunately, for some people, this might means to get rid of your own self. Like some people are so attached, and I think I heard it. Some people are so attached to the toxic them because they're scared to move forward. I think I found it. Didn't I find that somewhere? It was this lady. She's a speaker. I remember watching her. I like watching her speak. And she was talking about this. I think I found this somewhere. I hope I didn't get rid of it because what she said was so true. It wouldn't be in current. Hold on. This is not even my stuff, is it? Oh yeah, this is. Okay, it's my stuff. Let me see if I can find it. Because she said we're so attached. The reason things are not moving for us is because we're so attached to that ego. We're okay with that ego. Please don't tell me I got rid of it. I had it in here somewhere. But yeah, she was basically talking about how some people just don't want to change. They don't want to change because they're attached to that self. They're attached to that toxic person, which I find to be a funny because a lot of y'all are toxic. I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and like I don't have a toxic trait too. I do. Part of my toxic trait is thinking that somebody can help me be me. When there's only one me and nobody can do me like I do. Okay, Amanda Priestley. Um, so anyway, um, it's not just it's not just me that has a toxic behavior. I think that people, it's always for me. And people always tell me, "Well, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're doing." When I do, and I just doubt myself. I doubt myself all the time. So I always think that somebody's supposed to show me and tell me. And when I know what to do, I just know that people are not going to invest in me. They're going to invest in somebody else doing it for me. But I know what to do. Where is it? I guess I don't have it. I mean, I could have sworn I saw it in, you know. But we always assume that someone is going to, you know, we've been taught so much in life to seek approval from people. Seek approval from your boss. And it's crazy because for the first time in my life, with going to a job interview, somebody told me my worth. I was seeking out a job, and he sat up there and he told me, "You don't want to be wasting all your money coming over here to work. You're not making any money when you do that." And then trust me, I've done it before where I drove 30 minutes away for a job. And he's the first time somebody ever told me that. It was like, no, you don't need this. We can do better. I can't find it. I think I got rid of it. She was saying that we're so attached to this idea of ourselves. And I had an ego death. My ego, it wasn't really my ego. It was more of a mm, I don't know. Know your worth. And it was crazy because I saw this. I gotta show this. Okay, I gotta show this. This is what Mooney Love. I mean Mooney Long. I don't know why I call her Mooney Love. She talked about this, and I know how this feel. Granted, I ain't ever spend no millions of dollars on nothing. And don't have plans on to. Even if I have $1 million to spare, I don't have plans on doing this. But I want you to. This is a great description of an ego death. Listen to what she has to say.
Blaring people like lawyers, managers, all these business managers taking a percentage off things they didn't do.
Lord have mercy.
You know, like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Lord have mercy.
People just sat there and collected.
Wow.
You know, things like giving you the last page of a contract.
So you don't see the whole thing.
Right.
Mhm.
So it's like, I went through all that.
Girl, what we were on here talking about? Did I tell you about that? A contract. She said going through things like sending the last page of a contract. I'm not going to go into details with my situation because I don't want to get to the thing where I get sued and somebody take out legal actions. I ain't got time for that. But the part about the contract and people not fully telling you what's going on, that's an issue. But that's part of an ego death. Because I'm going to be straight up honest with you. And I have said this to me. You have to understand, you know, I ain't going to sit here and pretend like I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been real with myself too. And the realness of it is that nobody owes you nothing. And labels and managers and lawyers, they know that. Let me continue.
Through all the dumb stuff. Had a lawsuit when I was 23. Got sued for $20 million. Woo. I didn't know how I was going to, because I fired my manager.
Wow.
So they came up with a lawsuit, like sued me.
Wow.
And
She fired her manager.
to answer. But I ended up winning.
Right.
Okay.
But it also takes money to win.
But I literally, like, it cost me so much money.
How much?
A lot. Like $600K to get
For some nonsense.
my name and likeness, my freedom.
Your own name as in Priscilla Renee?
Mm-hmm.
What the?
Larry P.
So, and that's the crazy part to me. Her talking about that. That's why I said, I know at first I said this and then I went off and it's like, I don't understand why the contract is not being signed. And then I thought to myself, why would you want to go ahead and sign a contract when there's a whole lot of stuff in a contract that has a whole lot of legal jargon that you may or may not understand? And let's be straight up on this. We can look it up on the internet what the legal jargon is. But long story short, why would you go into a contract? Because even though this person is telling you you're going to own your likeness, you're going to own your brand, you're going to own your content, do you really once you sign a contract? And also another thing I've learned in this whole situation that I might be seeing what this person doing as a bad thing, but it's not really a bad thing. So I saved a part of a reading. I got a reading from a friend. I don't know why I'm sitting up here opening tabs like an idiot, but I saved I saved the whole recording. But I had it typed down. I just want to repeat a part of the reading. I'm not going to tell you the specific cards that she pulled out for me, but I saved. Oh Lord, not you saying I don't have a file in there. Oh Lord, I hate it. Okay, I saved a part of the meeting, and this what stuck out to me. during this reading. And to me, what stuck out was the pictures on the cards that she was reading versus, I mean, even though what she was saying was right, when she hit the nail right on the head with the hammer, it was the pictures on the card that were very significant. So she was talking about the Eight of Pentacles and the Justice card, and then, well, I tell y'all what I'm gonna say, and the numbers together like it. She said they lined up. She said it's like you will get what you want and what you have worked for in the end. She basically said the visual on this card was showing a man working on the pentacles and putting them up for storage. So it's visually, the card is saying that, you know, it's a man taking money and saving it. If you know the specifications of my situation, you will understand how that card coming out makes me feel better. Especially the man putting up the money and saving the money. It's funny to me because the meanest people in my life have always been the type of people that have saved up money for me. All I have to do and all I have to say is, and I mean, my thing is, I have seen these traits and I understand these traits, and now I know that these are traits of this specific zodiac sign that this person has. I see you. Even though at first today I felt some kind of way about what I saw, that specific card, well, not all all the cards stood out, but that specific card stood out because it showed the saving of the coins. With that being said, don't let your ego get the best of you.
Flaring people, like,
oh Lord, don't let the ego get the best of you. Sometimes your ego doesn't understand what's going on, and you take offense because you've been through this before with somebody else, but you also don't understand that somebody else you've been through this with is not the specific person that you're going through this thing with. And also, the death of your ego does not mean the death of you. You just have to learn from your mistakes and learn how to change from your mistakes. And I said my issue was assuming. I said assuming. Because assuming means you're assuming the wrong thing. With that being said, I think it's sad what happened to Kevin Samuels. And y'all heard what I said in the end, right? When I said a lot of times people who are really mean are doing you a favor. They are. You may not see it because they coming off as hard and cruel and mean, but you will see it soon. You will see it soon. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy your day. I don't have a podcast tomorrow, so I might be coming on here again tomorrow. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy your night. Continue your night if you watch me at night. I hope you guys enjoy your day. Have a beautiful day. And enjoy yourself. Don't let the death of your ego be the death of you.